Hello student, good morning all of you. I hope all of you is well and healthy in your homes, and I hope all of you follow a COVID guideline to avoid a coronavirus 19 pandemic. So here I am Praveen Kumar Jadhav going to teach you a class 9 science chapter. That one is the reproduction. So student, first we know about the reproduction as well as different kind of reproduction and difference between both of them. So estrogen reproduction is a biochemical process or biological process in which parents give its or parents produce a offspring is known as the reproduction. Reproduction can be categorized into two types. First one is the asexual and second one is the sexual. So first we discuss about the reproduction and their characteristics. The reproduction is the individual organism do not live forever. Therefore, continuity to species release a individual reproducing. There are two types of reproduction: asexual and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction: unicellular organisms such as bacteria and protists, as well as some plant, fungi, and few animals reproduce asexual. That is, they reproduce by a mitotic division and producing offspring that are identical to their parents. It means the asexual reproduction does not have genetic variability. It means the difference between the offspring is very less, or they are similar morphologically as well as anatomically. And in the multicellular organism, the new individual will arise from the cellular division or ordinary body is known as the somatic cell. Many organisms that reproduce asexually have ability to reproduce sexually, but also the occurrence this may be rare. Organisms that reproduce asexually are found in stable environment to which they are very well suited. So student, here is the here is some example of the asexual reproduction. First one is the fission, budding, and second one is the fragmentation, spore formation, vegetative reproduction, or parthenogenesis. In the case of the asexual reproduction, a parents we require a single parents, either male or female, for the reproducing a offspring. Here is the some method by through which we can get a asexual reproduction: fission and budding, fragmentation, spore formation, vegetative reproduction, and parthenogenesis. So student, fusion occurs after the mitotic division of the two nucleus, when the parent cell split into the equally and the daughter cell forming a new organism. This type of reproduction generally occur in the case of the amoeba. And the second one is the budding. Budding is a similar fission to the except that division of cytoplasm is unequal. This is generally happening in the case of the hydra, in which the offspring is produced through the budding. So student, this is example of the budding, or here you can see that the planaria, which is generally arises from the budding. So here is example of the spirophytes. Rhizome is also example of method of the asexual reproduction, which is generally offspring is arises from the parental body. Here is example of the ribosome, roots, lateral bud of a plant. Now we discuss about the parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis is the type of kind of asexual reproduction in which female produce a offspring without the fertilization. So such type of process is known as the parthenogenesis, or the animal which help in parthenogenesis known as the parthogens. Example of this is the lizard, wasp, and this is come into the this is also reproduced through the unfertilized egg, which is generally seen in the case of the honeybee. So disadvantage of the asexual reproduction is they have less parental care as compared to sexual reproduction. So student, in the case of the sexual reproduction, we require two parents for the producing offspring, and in the case of the sexual reproduction, we find a genetic variability or genetic difference among the offspring. And the asexual reproduction generally occur in the case of the human being as well as animals, which is generally not comes under the asexual reproduction. uh, and sexual reproduction is done through the fertilization and some other phases after the fertilization. Fertilization is the fusion of male and female gamete fusion of male and female gametes, reproductive gametes, to give a zygote, as well as after the zygote it give embryo, and it's after give a offspring. So students, this is all about the today's class that one we study in today. So we today study about the reproduction as well as why we need a reproduction and different kind of reproduction and example of different kind of reproduction. Thank you everyone. We continue our classes in next video. Thank you.